That man on your screen was no small fry. He was an officer on special duty to powerful Sheila Dikshit administration Minister Arvinder Singh Lovely, one of the few people who actually won back his seat. He's still an MLA, of course, no longer a minister, but his OSD is still there in that office, busy tearing up documents and acting like it's all just an innocent operation. I want to recap this for you because the details of this investigation that Headlines Today and Aaj Tak have mounted is very important. I'm going to make it very clear for our viewers precisely what part 1 of Operation Kejri Clean actually tells you about what really happened in that office. What we caught on camera as part of part 1 of this investigation, the Delhi ex-minister's staff were found busy, like you saw in those pictures, destroying secret files and documents. They were sitting there in their offices, busy just tearing up all these documents. Top officials, almiras, cupboards and drawers simply being cleaned up. This didn't look like merely housekeeping. They were selectively pulling out files, as we will show you in greater detail just a moment from now, pulling out pages and destroying them. The ex-officer on special duty staff launched shredding operation in Arvinder Singh Lovely's office, and Lovely's former officer on special duty denies tearing up any files. The fact is, at this point, as we speak, many officers, like you heard in that admission, are actually trying to secure emergency transfers out of the Chief Minister's office because of what might actually happen to them personally and professionally if a person like Arvind Kejriwal actually becomes the Chief Minister. The Secretariat staff admit to the Kejriwal fear psychosis that is all pervasive suddenly, not just at the Delhi Secretariat, but in other government departments under the Sheila Dikshit administration as well. Joining us to first discuss part 1 of this investigation, Operation Kejri Clean, I have with me this evening on Newsnight Deepak Sharma. He's editor special investigations of Headlines Today and Aaj Tak, and has led this investigation with his team of intrepid reporters who've been able to capture things that perhaps nobody else really can, admissions that nobody else will make really on camera. Also with us, Sambit Patra, Dr. Sambit Patra of the BJP spokesperson. You've seen him many times here on Headlines Today. And also I'd like to welcome Dilip Kumar Pandey, member of the Aam Aadmi Party. I'd like to open the discussion this evening with you, Deepak. Just take us through why what we've seen in part 1 of this investigation, Deepak, is so incriminating. As far as I am concerned, when governments change, of course, there is a little bit of, there's a period of, handing over and taking over that happens. But explain to us why what we saw in these pictures was not just normal housekeeping.
Shiv, for the past few days, after the change of guards, we were getting information from our sources in the Secretariat that there are certain officers who are destroying evidences, pushing out files from the cupboards. So yesterday it was Christmas, so we couldn't enter into the Secretariat. Today morning when our team went, we found that in Lovely's office, this OSD, they were tearing up the files. Now this is the tip of the iceberg. Let me say that it's only the one room we have tried or success in entering that room.
Yes.
But you'll see in the Delhi Jail Board, you'll see the further revelations of the Chief Vigilance Officer. You'll see the revelations of the CEO's PA.
Yes.
What he's telling about, what the mess is there.
Yes.
I think Secretariat or the Delhi Jail Board has become the den of corruption, and the evidence will follow.
We're going to come to the Delhi Jail Board in part 2 of this investigation. We're going to pace ourselves so we can get into the meat of every single. We've got 3 parts in this investigation, and we'd like to appeal to our viewers to stay with us. Join the conversation on Twitter. Tell us what you think, because there's a lot more video that's coming up from Deepak Sharma and his team, and we're going to put all of it unedited out here on Headlines Today. Dilip Kumar Pandey of the Aam Aadmi Party, I want to get an opening reaction from him. He's looked at these videos right now for the first time. Dilip, as you heard Deepak say just now, there was a tip-off about the possibility that, documents were being destroyed, by bureaucrats under the Sheila Dikshit administration. And right now in this taking over period when not much is happening at the Delhi Secretariat, there could be some very important, documents that may be destroyed before Mr. Kejriwal becomes the Chief Minister. Isn't that something that should worry you?
Well, Shiv, actually it's not quite shocking for us because the kind of corruption Delhi has been strangled in. we always knew that there's been a lot of wrong things going on behind the walls of different government offices.
Yes.
After with winning certain seats, our MLAs and we ourselves, we visited a couple of government offices, and we received a mixed reaction. So there have been more and more people saying hello to us in a very happy way, happy approach, and there are people who are trying to shy away from us. So there was always in our back of the mind, we always thought like there's something fishing going around in every department, everything. There's something being hidden from us. But there's also a part of the truth is that everyone is not corrupt, everyone is not guilty.
Yes.
So only those who have done something wrong must fear from what we are going to do, or what or in process of cleaning up the Delhi.
Let me interrupt.
Yes.
You saying it's an office of a cabinet minister. It's a secretariat. It's not a district level officer. Exactly. There, the documents are being cleared off, and the OSD is sitting. He's supervising.
Yes.
He's supervising. Now, what's your reaction? Any action on this?
Well, definitely there has to be an action followed up by...
Because you came on the issue of corruption.
Exactly. So wherever there have been found concrete evidences of corruption, of course there's no compromise on it, and actions are going to be taken, of course, once right now Arvind Kejriwal is his designate CM. Once he is on the seat and when he has to drive the car, of course.
But Dilip, whatever is happening even as we speak. As Deepak just pointed out, they couldn't get in on Christmas, but they were able to go in there this morning, and by sheer chance they were able to enter the office of the OSD of Arvinder Singh Lovely and saw this happening completely out in the open. Obviously we weren't there with full cameras, but it's happening out in the open.
It's not easy entering into a cabinet minister's room. It's not easy.
Deepak, can we say that if it's happening like this in this particular OSD's office so openly, it must be happening in every other department?
What I'm saying is the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, tip of the iceberg.
Exactly. See, basically, whatever Deepak has done is a great job. The thing is, it's quite shocking to learn that evidences are being destroyed, but the fact also remains with us that we have already done a lot of our homework before entering into this political arena. Like for Delhi Jal Board, a lot of documents we have already gathered when we exposed the scams in Delhi Jal Board. For example, in electricity board, we have already collected a lot of documents that exposes what kind of corruption has happened, and we are going to take action based upon those evidences. Now that you have revealed, your channel has revealed that this kind of activity is going on, I think even if they manage to clean up most of the things, they will not be able to clean everything, and there will be some trails available even after this all cleanup exercises, and we will be able to nail them down.
But even though the Arvind Kejriwal is currently the Chief Minister designate, and I hope Arvind Kejriwal is watching this show as well, because the revelations coming up in part 2 and part 3 are even graver than part 1. The simple fact is, the fact that so many people are probably in a coordinated and organized manner, and Samvit, I'm coming to you right after that because it's a related question, attempting to sort of bring down the amount of potential evidence that could be held against them, should be a great cause for worry, because the Aam Aadmi Party has never been in government before. Experience is not on your side. You're dealing with a government that has been in power for 15 years. They know where the hiding places are. They know where the cracks really are. And this is something that should seriously worry the Aam Aadmi Party. I mean, you may have done your own investigations and homework, but at the end of the day, you're dealing with a party that has a great deal of more experience in this sort of thing.
Well, the fact is, Shiv, there are bad people, but there are good people as well. There are a lot of good officers who are in touch with us, and they have promised us that the moment you come into the power, we'll be helping you out to expose many scams that you have done ever, and will make the system work the way it should function. So we are not much bothered about that. Once we are into the government, everything is going to these things are going to halt us or stall us. We'll be doing we'll be working on our promises that we have made to the citizens of Delhi.
Yes.
And we believe that all these people have been working for their political masters. It's not that they were doing it at their own.
Yes.
They've been something who have been guiding them. So basically, getting to know from this tip of the iceberg, we need to get to the root cause, and we always believe that it's not the inefficiency of the bureaucracy that they stop them from delivering the values.
Yes.
It's the political masters or political class that get into their ways.
That's the important point. That's the important point.